Shalom, all right? We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, all right? Get Jeremiah 28. Yeah.
Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim
Right.
Rakadash.
You know, gotta give honors and praise to power. You know, when we come out here in the name of, this is the altar. You gotta let know people name is on the altar.
Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's right. The prophets, they always prophesy the downfall of kingdoms, okay? And we're coming out here to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, all right, which is America, all right? Verse 7. Okay?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right, all right? And we're also prophesying Jacob's trouble, okay? They go hand in hand, okay? The downfall of this kingdom, all right, and Jacob's trouble goes hand in hand, all right? But it says he shall be saved out of it, all right? Because we're about to come into some terrible times. All right, but Jacob, you talk about Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect is going to be saved out of it. All right?
This is Daniel 12:1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in that book.
That's right, all right? That's Jacob's trouble. A time of trouble that hasn't been seen upon the planet Earth. All right? That's what we're come out here to let our people know. Okay? A time of trouble is coming. All right? And not only is it devastating, there hasn't been a time like it. There hasn't been a time seen. Okay?
Daniel 12:1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince.
That's right. All right. This time is going to be so devastating that the Lord has to send forth Michael, okay? The archangel Michael, the great prince, to deliver and defend his people. All right.
2 Ezra 15:5. Verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
That's right. All right. The Lord said to speak the words of prophecy, all right, which he's going to put in our mouth, saith the Lord. All right? And what's the prophecies? Okay? America is going to collapse. There's going to be an economic collapse. There's going to be civil war, race riots. Do you have any questions?
I want everybody else to hit it, so I'll put it on my
Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
That's right. Cause it to be written in paper because they are faithful and they're true. All right, these words, they're faithful and they're true, and they're going to come to pass. All right, continue.
Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
That's right, all right, because the majority of people that hear this testimony are not going to believe in it, all right? Especially these other nations, all right? There's Edomites walking by. They're not going to believe in this message, all right, because this message is not for their good. All right, continue.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
That's right, and that's what's coming. Sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right? The ultimate sword, all right, is the thermonuclear missiles, okay? But before that sword happens, all right, there's going to be civil war, race wars. All right, people are going to take violence into their own hands, all right? And the modern day sword is the gun, okay? There's going to be a lot of gun killings. There's already a lot of gun killings, okay? But the Lord is going to bring that to a higher level, all right? Continue.
Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
That's right, and that's the reason why this is happening, all right? Because wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, okay? Wickedness, all right? Continue.
And their hopeful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
That's right, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. All right? So the time for wickedness, it's over. All right, the Lord allowed it for a season. Okay, He allowed the wicked to rule and build up His tab. Now the Lord is going to intervene. Okay, divine intervention is coming. All right, you get 2 Corinthians 9.
This is second.
This is the book of Isaiah 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Yeah, I brought that out just because I was looking up today, and actually a simulation came out, and they ran a World War III simulation. And you can check this out. Anybody can look it up and Google it. Now, they did a World War simulation of America going against Russia and China. And they actually have America losing that World War III, like drastically, terribly, you know, very, very, very bad to Russia and China. You know, everybody thinks that America has these, you know, missiles that nobody can combat. But the Lord is saying that there's a new thing coming to the earth, and America's going to lose World War III. That's what their brother's going into, that and Jacob's trouble.
That's right. All right. America's coming to an end. All right. That's pretty much the message. America's coming to an end. All right, and it's written in the scriptures, all right?
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate
Second Ezra
y'all.
9
All right, sister.
and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
The Lord said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, okay? Measure the times, all right? And how do you measure the times? How do you know what season we're in? All right, it's based upon, all right, the prophecies that are coming to pass. All right, read that again from the top.
Second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right, all right? The Lord, He's about to visit the world which He had made, okay? The Lord, He's about to visit the world, okay? Continue.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
That's right. Then when you shall see earthquakes and uproars of the people, all right? Earthquakes are happening on a daily basis, all right? And there's definitely uproars of the people worldwide, all right? Continue.
Even from the beginning. For like as all, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs.
That's right, all right? Things are being manifest, all right? We're in the last days, all right?
Isaiah 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from verse 9, verse 8. Remember this, Isaiah 46, verse 8. Remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
That's right, all right? The Lord, before things come to pass, it's already written, okay? It's already declared, okay? The end was already written from the beginning, okay? And now it's being manifest, all right? We're living in the end times. All right, can you read verse 10 again?
Isaiah 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
That's right, the counsel of the Lord shall stand, okay? And it says He will do all His pleasure, okay? And His pleasure is to take out the wicked, all right? Who's the wicked? The wicked is Edom, according to the Bible, okay? Which is the so-called white race, all right? They're about to be taken out of power, all right? And Jacob is going to be established.
Yeah, the Edomites, they're the Lord cursed to judgment. And that's what the Lord's going to do according to His pleasure. All right, He's going to take them completely out of power, like the brother said. But it's going to be with His fierce anger, man. All right? These red Edomites out here, they have this fantasy society that they've created for themselves, you know, but hey, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is going to just take them out of power, man. It's going to be fierce, man. All right?
It's Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and for the dragons of the wilderness.
That's right, the Lord, he hates Esau, all right, which is the wicked. It said he laid his mountains and his heritage to the dragons. Read that again.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
And that's future prophecy, man. Laid his, read it again.
Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons
And
of...
what is part of his heritage? Part of his heritage is him having America, all right? His government that he created in America, okay, which is known in the scriptures as the hammer of the earth. He's going to lay this place desolate. Hey, in the future generations, nobody's going to dwell here but the owls, all right, the desert creeping animals, man, all right?
and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yeah, because back during the time of the Dark Ages, you don't hear too much about the Edomites, man. It's in subjection, all right? Over there in Italy, parts of Italy, all right? They wouldn't stay by the coastline because you had the Ishmaelites and you had the Moors. They would raid the coastlines and they would take the women, all right? And they would make the men galley slaves throughout the Mediterranean, all right? You had major slave markets in Morocco, Tunisia, you know, northern Africa with Edomites, man.
Yeah, because that's in between Europe.
Yep.
Because right above that is Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
They would have raiding parties all up there in Europe, and they would take these Edomites, they would turn the men into slaves, and they would sell the women, all right, into slavery, man. They would be concubines and stuff. That's why you can find in that book, Nature Knows No Color Lines, you had the Jake, and he has the Edomite woman, and her titties all out and stuff like that, because she's basically in subjection to
They're bed winches.
Yep.
It's sex slaves.
Sex slaves, man. All right, that's why you don't hear a lot about the Dark Ages, man, because these Edomites, they were in a low place. That's why when you read the book of Revelation, it says Satan shall be loose. All right. Once Satan was loose, they came into the Renaissance and they came back into power, and then they started building up. All right, pursuant to the prophecy of Malachi, man.
Yeah. I'll return and build the desolate places.
Yep.
Yeah. Yup.
They started coming up into power, and then they made their way on the western coast to the western world, so to speak, where the Gadites and the Reubenites were, the northern kingdom.
And you know who the main one was? It was Amalek.
Yep.
You know, the main ones was Amalek because they was basically the ones pillaging and basically robbing the people, you know? And then there was the decrees to what? The expulsion of all Jews. You know, I forget what year it was.
Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, the Spanish Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
But it was it was basically the so-called Jews.
Go ahead, keep on reading.
Malachi 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we return and build the desolate places.
Yeah, that was the time where these Edomites, they were impoverished during the Dark Ages, man. All right, so when they started coming into power during the time of the Renaissance, all right, that's when, hey, that's when evils even multiplied more, man. All right, then you go into the conquer of the Western Indies with the Spaniards, the conquistadors. All right, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Yeah, so they shall build, but the Lord is going to throw down. So when they came over here to the Americas, they conquered the Native American Indians. All right, they killed them with smallpox. They did all types of atrocities. All right, that they didn't never think they would have to pay for, man. But we're coming into the time where they're going to have to pay for it. But the Lord said they shall build up, so they built up America off the backs of the Native American Indians. All right, the Northern Kingdom. All right, Gadite, Reuben. All right, all the other tribes. All right, so there was a lot of bloodshed. All right, there was a lot of bloodshed to establish this land, and they built it up. So you have high-rise buildings. Okay, you have corporations. All right, multinational corporations run by Edomites. All right, this is a part of their heritage, man. That the Lord is going to throw down, man.
The enterprise.
Yeah, their enterprise, yo. Yeah, because the elites, like you mentioned earlier, Amalek, the so-called Jew, he calls himself the so-called Jew. his whole purpose of building up this place was for the New World Order, man.
Yeah.
The one world government, so to speak, man. He used this as his model, you know, or a pillar, you know. That's why everybody comes to America with hopes to be free and stuff like that.
It's like a beacon of light, if you will.
Yeah, man. Another reason, you know, why America, also known as Babylon the Great, is going to be thrown down because of, you know, the homosexuality, you know, a lot of the abominations going on here.
Yeah, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, okay? The people in bondage, all right, they're heavily taxed, heavily burdened, and it's the spirit of Sodom over here because what they exalt homosexuality, all right? One of the worst things that they do is they say that homosexuality is okay, but they don't tell you that there's a judgment for it, man. So they'll tell you that you could be a homosexual. They tell you that you could be a transgender, and it's okay, all right? Speak out against it, it's a problem. But they didn't tell you that for being homosexuals and transgenders, there's going to be a great destruction for it, man. So they give you the sweet, but they're not telling you the bitter part of it. They're not telling you that it's going to come a time where these people can't eat, all right? Because of what? They indulge in these wicked dainties, man. It's wickedness, man.
Let me read this real quick. This is Job chapter 20, and I'll start at verse 18. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. And this is basically, right, what it said, right? It says, according to his substance shall the restitution be, right? Now, this is according to his substance, which according to his substance is everything that he taught, all right? Just like the brother was going into, the homosexuality, the different wicked acts, all right? The restitution shall be. Meaning what? This is going to be his payback for all the things that he have done, right? It says, be and shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away a house which he buildeth not. And that's him returning to build back the desolate places. So Job was basically explaining the same thing that Malachi explained about this so-called white man, this red Hebrew Edomite, okay? Because when he was in captivity, he basically came and set up all forms of wickedness. He came and played on earth to play the form of the devil. Yeah. All right?
Yeah, the word devil means deceiver, and he played it perfectly, man. His deception is just phenomenal, man. They got a term called gaslighting, where they actually lie to you and make you think it's the truth, man. And he does this to the masses of people, man. He lies and makes them think that he's telling them the truth. All right? And he uses his media and his sorceries to push it. Yeah, you got the word for restitution.
Yes, restitution in the Hebrew, it says, Tama wa, and it says that which is exchange, substitute, recompense.
It's I was just about to say that, a recompense, an exchange. Yeah. So because of all this wickedness, this is his exchange. You know, this is your receipt for what all you've thought. All right, the scriptures tell you, whatever a man sowed, that's how he also reap. All right, so it's the same concept. All right, you basically bought wickedness. You know, you sold the people wickedness. All right, so your get back, your refund, if you will, is going to be utter destruction.
Yeah.
All right, because you were set up as the example of the earth of what wickedness is and what it was. Okay, what it's going to look like when it's done away with. All right. Yeah, so the so-called white man is going to be the trade. He is the trademark of wickedness. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's his lot. His lot is to be wicked, man. His lot is to kill. His lot is to steal, man. That's what he's created for. That's what the Edomites or the so-called white man was created for: to lie, rape, rob, murder, and steal, man. All right.
It's the book of Isaiah 13, verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, in one fell swoop, the Most High just took out Sodom and Gomorrah. The same judgment, all right, is going to come upon America, except for in 60 minutes it's going to be destroyed by fire, man.
Yeah, just like because the Chaldees' excellency, because that's the modern day Chaldeans. Okay, really it's the elites, but their image is through America.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Chaldeans, they were a people that were basically the wise men of the Babylonians. All right. Now the Babylonian had the major empire. It was the vast empire that would overthrow all the other empires. But it was what? Through the magistrates and the witchcraft of the Chaldeans. Okay? So just like now, Babylon the Great, all right, which is what? The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency is going to be overthrown, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
Yeah, because in America you have secret society, so to speak, man. You know, they groom men in these different colleges like Yale, Harvard, and all of that, and they get some positions, so to speak, man. But it's a hierarchy, man. All right.
It's a creed.
Yep.
It's done within bloodline. They understand that they don't allow anybody in their functions.
Yep.
They're separatists, man.
It's like an onion.
Yeah,
like
the layers.
Yeah, you don't know what part of the onion is. They make you think that you're up there, but you're not up there, man. Then you have the elite of the elite. All right.
Yeah, you may get a political, a politician type spot, or you might get a political office, or you may become mayor.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
they'll even let you run for president, right? So it makes it look like, you know, he has a little stain or whatever the case is, man. But you just really a pawn inside of the big chessboard.
Yeah, you might have sacrificed your children or something like that, you know. But you ain't at the top, man. You know.
Isaiah 13 verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
You know that's talking about America. Why? Because the Arabian is pitching tent over there in modern day Babylon. So the Most High is the perfect executionist. Okay, so he purposely put the Arabians to have that mindset, have that lifestyle, to where they go into desert places and establish communities, right? So he used those people as an example to show you that that's not talking about back then. Okay? Because if it was, the Arabian wouldn't be pitching tent there, all right? Because the modern day Babylon is where Iraq, and the Arabians, the Arabs, are there. So where's that place talking about? It's talking about America, man, after the destruction, okay?
Yeah, this is prophecy.
Yeah.
You know, for generations to come, that prophecy is going to be true, man.
Yeah.
Because you're going to look at America and be like, damn, the Lord said that was going to happen through the prophet Isaiah, man.
Right, man, because the Most High's counsel is going to stand, you know? The Most High's counsel is solid, man. It don't budge, it don't lean, it don't go right, it don't go left. It's straight, man. And the rest of the world is going to see it. That's why the rest of the world mind is boggled when you come up and you tell them it's straight and steady. They come up with their opinions. Why? Because Satan had basically made himself the light of the world and dealt every which way and been crooked. All right?
Isaiah 14 verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Yeah, you gotta put it in perspective. Like, you gotta visualize it. This land that we're standing on, if it was a time machine, you would see nothing but desert creatures and owls, okay? And just
Also, too, those talk about foul spirits. You know, when you go into it, the different definitions, because we don't see those foul spirits here now, you know? But basically, that's why, well, not to go into that, but essentially, when you look around, you see the people got foul spirits on them, which are basically demons, all right? So basically, when America is destroyed, because all the fucking demons are being brought here from the different walks of life and the different countries, right? And they're brought here to get their judgment. So once you disintegrate the people, the demons are left here with no habitation to dwell in. So the demons are going to be here too. All right? There's going to be all kind of foul spirits here, man. All right? When the smoke clears, if you will.
yeah, because America's gonna burn for years, man.
Yeah. That's where you get the everlasting hellfire, if you will. You know? Which, basically, this place is going to be a residue of wickedness, man. You know, it's going to be a stain on the world of wickedness, and people are going to look from far countries and see and know that's the example of what not to be. And people are going to see those foul spirits, man. All right, that are going to dwell here. Okay? That's when you look up, when you, like I said, satires, the different, when you look it up, man, you basically see what Isaiah saw, man. Okay? Just like they always make an example of that movie, Ghostbusters, man. All right? But basically, that was nothing but, you know, some scholars got together and made basically a comic book or a cartoon out of it. You know, because when you go into those deities, in which that movie Ghostbusters, that actually goes back to Canaanite deities. Zul and the gatekeeper and the keymaster and all that. But remember what was going on after he unleashed. Remember because that inspection guy, Con Edison, came, basically, right? And he came and he said, I want to see what's in here. He said, look, don't open that up, don't open that up. And then he said, look, I'm gonna come back with a warrant. So he came back with the warrant to open it up. He hit the switch, and what happened? Unleashed all them fucking spirits. People started dying. People was getting hit by cars. You see the cars. Remember people driving all crazy, and that's what you see. You know, because what? America's under heavy influence of witchcraft. Starting with these pharmaceuticals, man. What's that? Not formaldehyde. What's the other one? Basically, the new opioid that's running loose. No. Remember, it's the other one that these niggas got.
Oh, fentanyl.
Fentanyl, right. Which is basically killing people and having people bug the fuck out. All right? And then you got different prescription drugs that people can go get over the counter that's basically putting spirits on them. Then you wonder why you see people, oh, matter of fact, what happened over there in Harford County that we see? The fucking bus blew up, niggas crashed in the middle of rush hour. Little 8-year-old boy died, 65-year-old guy died on Route 24 over there. I used to live up there, man. Because when you ride out in these streets, right? When you ride out in these streets, all right, you see the spirits that are on these people. And that's why America has to be destroyed, because these people are infested with all kind of wickedness and unclean spirits. All right, and it would be too much work for the men of the Lord to exercise all these spirits. So America, remember, that's why the scripture says what? Your sins have reached up to heaven, man. Because America's so wicked, right? America's so wicked that the Most High is basically getting annoyed with it, man. It's like, yo, enough is enough already, man. All right? It's the same thing with us. Scriptures tell you that the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Why? Because of the festivities, man. All right? America's infested with wickedness, man. All right? The water's fucked up. Well, everything has a spirit behind it. All right? All the garbage. You got feces in the middle of the street. All right? Dead animals in the middle of the street. All right? All that stuff brings unclean spirits. Then they take these dead animals, right? And then they package them, right? And sell them to people. And then you got cannibalism, basically, in America. With all kind of articles brothers that brought out about the dollar store, how basically they ain't nothing but aborted fetuses, basically packaged up, and they sell it to you for $1, right? And these people eat it, right? And then that same spirit, because everything comes with the spirit. So when these people eat these things, their frequency becomes low, and the spirit just run loose on them. That's why you see people walking up down the street, fucked out. Niggas got tattoos all on their face. All that shit is a spirit, man. Lead-based paint, asbestos, or you got mold, which that's against the scriptures. The scriptures tell you when a mold is in a building, you're supposed to burn the building down. All these buildings got mold in it, man. Buildings were built over here from the 1920s, all right? 1920s, 1950s, 1970s, right? A rat infestation all up in the attics, you know? You got Moab basically cooking rat, cat, and dog feeding it to people. Why do you think the Most High put a dietary law? Because these certain animals carry spirits. All right? Bring out what y'all got. Bring it. You got it. You called it, brother. Go ahead. Yep, swing your sword.
Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Yep.
The Most High have remembered her iniquities.
Yep, the Most High remembered her iniquities. That's why the Heavenly Father has set upon on the earth the prophets, his mouthpiece. Okay? Somebody get Amos the 3rd chapter and start from the top. Okay? The Most High established his mouthpiece to come on earth to judge all this wickedness. Because the wickedness is so overwhelming, it seems that no one can say anything right. There can never be a right way. All right? There'll never be righteousness on the earth. Okay? Got it?
This is Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel,
Right, go ahead.
against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Yeah, because the Most High is not dealing with all nations, man. Okay? Now the scriptures tell you that in 1 Kings, the 8th chapter, if all the children of Israel will repent and face the east, that the Most High would deliver us. What would that inevitably bring? It would bring righteousness back on the earth. So all this shit that's going on, why? Because the earth was made for Israel's sake. So everything is being jacked up. The earth has a spirit, okay? But land Sabbath, right? Why? Because the earth has a spirit. The earth has to rest, all right? And that spirit coincides with the children of Israel. So when the children of Israel are on a low frequency, like they are right now, the earth is on a low frequency, all right? It's a cause and effect. Keep going.
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Right?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right, and that's why we eating at a low frequency. And you got a lot of Jake out there that don't believe in eating organic. They think it's a gimmick from the so-called white man. No, he understands if he eats a certain way, he's on a higher frequency. All right? The Most High created herbs of the earth for what? For medicine. All right, now when you have all this shit, this GMO, this gluten, and all this other shit, why they grow it with different pesticides, it puts you on a low frequency. All right, that's why you gotta do your best. That's why it's good to tell you to pray over the food. You know, you can get different. You ain't gotta necessarily eat organic all the time if you can't afford it. All right, but what you can do? You can get oranges, you can get lemons, you can get citrus fruits, and squeeze it over your vegetables, man. That will clean the vegetables, man, and get the pesticides off. Essentially, that makes it organic, if you will. All right, you get apple cider vinegar is another thing, man. All right, like I mentioned lemon as well. You know, you put lemon in your water. You know, shit all fucked up. You get the crystal geyser you can't afford to feed you can't afford to send you. You know, get mint leaves and put it lemon. Slice up some lemons and put it in the fucking jug, man. All right, because what? You gotta deal with the Most High deals with frequencies because everything has a spirit behind it, man. Okay, keep going now.
Verse 3, can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right, and that's why we are in the beg Yahweh Shem Yahushua to get the fuck out of America, man. Because we can't, because what? The men of the Lord, the Most High put a righteous spirit on them, okay, a pure spirit on them, a perfect spirit on them, right? That can't coincide with this madness, man. New legislations and executive orders being pushed. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter what it is, man. We're not with it. At the end of the day, man, our spirit doesn't sit right with this place.
Kill us anyway.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. It's a Trojan horse. What you gonna say, Shema Shema? You gonna say something? Okay, come on now.
Verse 4, will a lion roar in the forest when you have no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if you have taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him?
Right, because there's all kind of snares on the earth, right? A snare basically is a trap, right? So a bird can't get caught if there's no trap, but there's all kind of traps out here, and that's what happened to our people. Our people are constantly getting caught within a trap, within the matrix, okay? Which is basically what? The word matrix just means the womb, all right? Because you're born, because the scriptures tell you, him that are born of the spirit, right? Two separate entities, mainly two different Israelites. You got Israelites that are born of the spirit, and you got Israelites that are born of the world, which are inevitably what? Caught in the matrix. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 5, shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people be not afraid?
Yeah, right now these people ain't afraid, man, because they don't see it before them, man. Okay? But we're blowing the trumpet. Get Isaiah 58:1. All right? The Lord is blowing the trumpet right now, man. It's not a physical trumpet. It's not an actual trumpet. All right? But our voice is the trumpet, man. Our voice is the sound and alarm that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is coming to establish his rulership on earth. Okay? Keep going.
Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it?
Right? Meaning bad times, man. The Most High is establishing bad times on earth, man. All right? You already see it. Slowly but surely, man. The Most High is establishing bad times on earth. All right? People get jacked up left and right. People dying left and right. The judgment of the Lord is being manifest on earth, and these people can't see it. Why? Because they don't know the mind of the Lord. All right? Because they set up these groves, as the scriptures call them, what you call churches. All right? Which all kind of wickedness is going through these so-called churches, man. the Baptist church, the Catholic church, the Methodist church, the Lutheran church, all right? All these different ideologies that basically come from Satan, man. Basically come up from the higher ups, okay? Which is nothing but witchcraft, but
No, but you know what? All of these murders and killings that's taking place, and you got Jake pastors, they have to preside over these different funerals.
right.
The scriptures say evil men understand not,
Not
judgment.
man. That's beautiful.
You know?
So they wouldn't even be there giving a sermon. And everybody that fucking dies, they're out of nowhere, somebody prayed for them. They prayed to Jesus 2 minutes before they died and they went to heaven. Y'all ain't never been to a funeral where it said this nigga is going to hell. Never, man. First of all, hell don't exist. Second of all, that show you right there that this place is all butted up to soothe people's emotions, man. All right? Every funeral I ever been to, man.
What about what is that shit they call you get the little pamphlet and shit with the face on the
Obituary. Yeah, everybody fucking died a good person. He was so nice. He was so kind. He would have did anything for you. He walked around with a smile.
This nigga robbed 3 niggas. He tried to juke somebody. He got
Freddie Gray. Freddie Gray was a fucking saint. Nigga had a rap sheet from here to fucking North Avenue. All right? But that, to everybody else, that nigga was a saint. Everybody wearing a shirt. When was it? Anybody?
He got a mural.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. He got a mural. When was anybody ever that died, right? They said that nigga got what he deserved. Nobody ever says that. The nigga that's on the shirt got what he deserved. Nobody ever said that. Why? Because there's no judgment in the land, man. No one executing judgment. Another major part is what? That a lot of our people allow women to rule over their household. The woman is the top judge, the Big Mama. Big Mama's the top judge. She's the most spiritual person, right? You know, she's the wisest person. She got the highest intellect. You know? When you go in these people's homes, man, you got fucking Big Mama, a great grandmama, all right? Well, wait a minute. Oh, that nigga ain't shit. This, that, and the third. All right?
Downstairs in the basement.
Oh, yeah, you know why he's down in the basement? Because that's why they call it a man cave. He's hide from that rat trap. You know? That guy. You know? Come on.
Verse 7, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
That's right, man. The Most High don't do nothing. He's going to reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. And the Bible is written in mystery. It's written in code. It's not for everybody. It's only for the prophets. It's only for the servants. You can't just wake up out of nowhere, open the Bible, and just understand it. There's a reason why they're called servants. What do servants do? They work. That's why the scriptures say give diligence to make that calling and election sure. All right? You want to rightly divide the word of truth.
Well, you know, one of the words for the secrets is counsel. All right, and what is the counsel that the Lord has given us? That judgment is coming.
Yeah,
all right?
And when a council happens, what happens? It's a separate, a selected group of people that go in this council, and what happens? They close the door. Not everybody can go in the council. All right, and again, that's another reason why America is a great reason to blame why people can't grasp that concept, because they so-called open the door to the councils, right? Because in the ancient world, when kings and the rulers had councils, not everybody was there. It would be a select group of men that would actually discuss what the terms would be, and at the end, yeah, hear he, and on the name and the behalf of such and such, this is the new declaration. And all the other people would get the word, and they would relay the message. In this world, there's they got summits and different meetings, and it's all broadcast so everybody can fucking hear what's going on. All right, like, and that gives you an illusion like you have a say so, or you have an opinion on what can happen next, because they let you in on the council. No, but the Most High's council is not for everybody. All right.
Verse 8, the lion hath roared, who will not fear?
Yeah, the lion hath roared, who will not fear? The lion is Yahushua, man. And he's roaring right now through his servants, the prophets, through his men, through his elect men that what? That he's shared his secrets upon. All right? Well, hold up. Keep going.
The Lord power hath spoken, who can but prophesy?
Who can but prophesy, man? So when these words hit the men of the Lord, they're going to come out here and they're going to speak the word regardless who's watching, who's hearing. Okay? It doesn't matter, man. All right, remember the scriptures talk about the word of the Lord being a fire, man. Hey, the scriptures tell you that what his ministers are a flame of fire, man. All right, and we got that fire on us, man. All right, which fire is what? It's a spirit. Okay, bring your precept.
Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Yeah, knowing for the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. And the rest of the world don't know the terror of the Lord. All right, the rest of the world only knows honey bunches of oats, if you will, man. Flowers and candies and chocolates and all that so-called love.
Tell me sweet love.
Whoredom. That's how we feel about whores, man. All right? You niggas over here exalting these hoes. Okay? This world is bugged the fuck out. Well, a hoe can walk by and nod they fucking head. Why? Because a nigga's glorifying their ass, man. And that's why this world is full out wicked, man. Because ain't no judgment on these hoes. All right? You put judgment on these hoes, and these niggas start getting feared too. Because you niggas are head over heels on these hoes, man. All right? You want damage a nigga's mind? Kill his woman.
But we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your conscience.
That's right, and the Most High has manifest his word unto us, man. All right? The Most High has manifest his word unto his servants, the prophets, man. All right? That's why we're relentless, man. All right? This is our occupation. This is why the Lord put us on earth. Flat out. No other reason, man. Everything else is excess, man. All right? Sometimes you be sitting there, you know, you might not even so-called be in the mood to do a video, and then something just hit you in the spirit. You just start moving. Everything just shut down, man. All right? Why? Because it's been manifesting us, man. That's the Holy Spirit, man. All right? That's the Comforter, man. That's why when you go into the scriptures, what? Judas Maccabees, and you had the Lacedaemonians and the Assyrians. What? They said that we had the scriptures to comfort us, man. Why? Because they didn't seek comfort within the world that was being surrounded by them. Because all the rest of the Israelites, what did they do? They sought comfort by the heathen, man. But the men of the Lord, back during that time, they sought comfort in the scriptures, and they weren't comfortable with everything else, man. That's why they fought up against the society, the Greek Empire, man. Basically, it was Amalek, all right? The different kingdoms and rulerships that were establishing their world, their government. All right, so if this world is your comfort, you're going to seek to be soothed by this world, man. Which is inevitably what? Yes, your spirit being connected with the spirit of this world. Okay? Got something? Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
Yeah, the scriptures told us not to spare, man. All right? That's how you know who the men of the Lord are, man. The men of the Lord are not going to spare people's feelings. So when somebody die, man, you know, somebody basically their head get chopped off or they lose a limb, whatever the case is, and then we're going to tell you like it is. That's the Most High judgment, man. And they was either wicked or the Most High didn't favor him, man. The Most High shed his grace upon that individual, man. That's what it boils down to, man, when people die these horrible deaths. Right, like for instance, like I brought out before, my faggot-ass cousin, he had 3 seizures, man. All right? Nigga died right in the arms of his mother. His mother raised him up to be a fat killer, which is a unisex name, man. His mother wanted a daughter, and she basically raised him up to be her daughter. And he died on his brother's birthday. And my other cousin, my cousin Leon, these nigga's a crackhead. So who's the judgment fall on? It falls on her. The Most High really had mercy on my faggot-ass cousin, keep it all the way real, because he was brought up that way. So essentially he had no choice, so to speak, because he was, scripture say, train for challenge where he should go, and it shall not depart. So the Most High really took his ass up out of here before the pending danger, before the destruction comes. So the Most High had mercy on that motherfucker. In so many ways, in so many words, right? But the judgment falls on my cousin, on his mother. All right? That's why I ain't going to no funeral or nothing like that. My other cousin told me they mad at me. I said, man, don't phase that shit. Fuck. Niggas want you. And they say, what? Misery loves company, man. And when you go to, you know what happens when you go to that? When you go to those funerals and you put your emotions, you know what happens? That spirit that's on them, that got their mind fucked up, jumps on you. That's why in the ancient world, when a dead body happens, right? What happened? It's supposed to go into the earth. It's supposed to go into the ground. All right? They supposed to be people weeping or mourning over it. That's just flat out wickedness, man. The spirits all jumping on people and shit. They playing the fucking organ and people dressed up in all black. That shit flat out wickedness, man. It's a wicked spirit. And you indulge in that shit, the spirits jump on you.
This is Sirach 41:1. It says, "O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possessions, unto the man that have nothing to vex him, and that have prosperity in all things, yea, unto him that is yet able to receive meat. O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age, and is vexed with all things, and to him that despaireth and have lost patience. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee, and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh." So you gotta remember that the sentence of the Lord over all flesh is death, man. So why the fuck you gonna mourn over that shit, man? You know?
Right. And then remember the scriptures tell you what? There shall be some that stand and shall not taste of death. Meaning what? That's the Most High's mercy on those people. Now there is going to be martyrs, there are going to be individuals that are going to die for the name of the Lord, but that's their lot. That doesn't mean that the Most High is not with them, you know? But hey, the scriptures tell you that we all got to go before the judgment seat of the Lord, you know? Hey man, so that's why it's best to kill yourself now, if you will. You know, basically shed the old man as much as possible, man. You know? So then in turn, in that last day, you get the glory, and the true glory is going to be what? Not to die. All right?
This is Second Corinthians.
Salakia, brother. That's why scripture say, for thy sakes we are killed all the day long. For the Lord's sake, man. All right? Come on, bring your scripture out.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad.
Yeah, man, and that's why we pray to the Lord every day for his mercy, man. All right, because there's plenty of things that we all have done that we could be judged for too. You know, so that's why we constantly pray. You know, when you pray, that's how you shed that old man. That's how you kill yourself, so to speak, man. That's how you take up your cross. Right? Why? Because the word prayer goes back to what? To beg or to supplicate, man. When you beg, you put away yourself. All right? You know? So hey man, the mindset of this world is completely ass backwards, man. This world tell you to live it up, live your best life, man. And we're telling you what the Lord said what to do. He said, kill your best life, man. You know?
Better to go into a house of mourning than to the house of feasting.
Yeah, somebody get that. Ecclesiastes 7:1.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 7, verse 1. A good net.
World through. Explain it later.
You want to get verse 1?
Okay. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Yeah, we talking about the backwardsness. The day of death rather than the day of one's birth. And it's funny, right? Because, hey, man, sometimes you find yourself going out, you know, whatever the case is, and, you know, it might be somebody's birthday or whatever the case is, man. And, hey, and them birthdays, them shits is wicked, man. You know why? Because all the attention's on you. And you know who really indulges in that shit? A woman. A woman, everybody's sitting there just looking around, and then the woman, it's her birthday, she get up and dance, and they playing her song, and everybody looking at fashion, taking pictures on her, because it's her so-called birthday. That's why I was going to say what? Rather the day of death than the day of one's birth. That's why, because of the day of death, there's mourning, there's supplication, there's begging, there's crying, there's weeping. All right? It doesn't exalt you. You know? And see, it's like your brother, because back then people understood what death was, man. They understood that. Damn, he must have did something. Nowadays, it's to die, if you will, so to speak, man. Back in the day, people knew that, oh, Mosai, he must have did something. Mosai jacked him up. Because remember, get that, Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon towards the end. because righteousness is immortal. Read up like 2 scriptures prior to that. But the most, I think it's 15. All right. Wisdom of Solomon. Tell me what it should be. The last verse at the bottom of the page, on the left. Like right there. You in Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter?
15 right here.
No, Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter, like the 15th verse, I believe. It's like, no. Yup. Yeah, call and read.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 15. For righteousness is immortal.
Salaki, then go up 2 verses. Then start at 13. Call it and read it.
Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 13. For the Most High made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living.
See? Because remember in the ancient world, men lived long, man. You know, men lived 300, 400, 100 and some years, man. That was like, that was a pleasure, a glory. Now, I remember when I was young, you know, I was like early teens or mid-teens or whatever, and I had a friend, right? He was like, I don't want to live to like no 60, 70, we all decrepit, crippled and shit. Because people that live old now, they fucking suffer. You know, it's suffering is living now.
Yeah, they got a whole Monday pill, Tuesday pill.
Yeah,
a
man.
whole cocktail of pills that they take.
And then you so-called retire, you're supposed to get a pension, right? But they got you so sedated amongst drugs, that even when you get your pension, all that shit go to you trying to keep yourself from not dropping dead.
Yep.
And then you still gotta pay bills if you didn't pay off the house. You know, you still got that mortgage to pay, insurance. You know?
And they stressing, man.
And they stress, yeah, they're dying.
Yeah, they literally. Yeah, they'll tell you, you know. You go into their house, they'll tell you, man, I fixed income.
Right.
You know, I lost, you know, this income and this, you know.
Because back in now going back to the ancient world, when these words were written, it was a glory to live long, man. Nowadays, motherfuckers don't want to live long. They motherfuckers trying to die in their 50s, man.
They got rid of the greeters from Walmart.
Yo, oh yeah, oh God. I didn't know that. But yo, hey, because I kind of, and that's the other thing you have in your mind, man. You know, like, the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shah was born in this time frame, because you know, all hell about to break loose and America's gonna be destroyed. Yahweh Shah gonna come back. So, hey, we ain't gonna live long. We ain't gonna, through the spirit, we're not gonna live, we're not gonna be inhabiting these bodies until like 60 years old, man. That's a blessing, man.
We cutting all this stuff in this society,
Nah, man.
And you talk about 5G, and then you got the cell phones and the you know, the waves, the radio frequencies, and the chemtrails, the
food.
water, the water that we drinking. We wouldn't last, man.
Nah, man, our bodies are inflamed, man. You know, like when we was going on all these shots and kids with autism, and life ain't prolonged here, man. You know, and you look at all the Jakes too. I remember somebody had brought it out. I think it was I forget who it was, but anyway. But like you look at all the Jakes, like for instance, like when I was younger, my parents, they would look at all the people that they watched growing up. They would die. They'd be like in their 70s and their 80s and shit like that. All the people that we watched when we growing up, like this is Prodigy. That nigga died in his 40s.
Yeah.
Fight Dog.
Yeah, Fight Dog. Yeah.
What's the nigga? Diddly. Fucking Heavy D. Heavy D. All these niggas dying early, man. Michael Jackson, Bernie Mac. All these niggas that we see growing up dying in their 40s and their 50s. You know? Because people are suffering, man. All right? Let me keep going.
Verse 14. For he created all things that they might have their being.
Right?
And the generations of the world were healthful.
Yeah, the generations of the world were healthful. You see? But here it is, because I ran into a J. I would start taking Uber more often, man. You start running, I keep running into people, man. Dude, yesterday, I was telling y'all about. He's a nuclear physicist, a nuclear pharmacist. You know, he works for a nuclear pharmaceutical company where they inject people with nuclear, basically chemicals to diagnose people of ailments. Now how does that work? You know? Well, he's basically saying there's an egg that you can eat. When you swallow it, it'll light up in your body, and then you basically see it and show where the ailment is or where the cancer is. Or for instance, when you get a CAT scan, all you gotta do is eat cilantro, man. Cilantro or what's another? What brother you was talking about different brain foods yesterday and shit. You know, there's certain herbs that are rid chemicals in your mind that'll get your shit back in order, man. What you say, Goku Cola? Ginkgo cola. What was the other one? Go to cola. And what is the other one? Bacopa. You know, there's different herbs of the earth, all right, that'll get your brain back right. Because when you get jacked up in your head, they slide you through that fucking device and radioactive your fucking head so they can find out what's wrong. And then you wonder why you gotta come back. Well, for instance, when you get a, back in the day, you get a cavity or whatever the case is, they hit you with a filling, and it's nothing but aluminum, which will basically jack you up. That shit fuck up your brain, you know?
And they call it modern medicine, man.
Yeah, modern medicine is death. You know, keep going up.
And there is no poison of destruction in them.
Yeah, there's no, see, there was no poison of destruction in them. And everything that comes out now is about poison and destruction. Everything that's supposed to be for your benefit and your health now is poison and destruction. Fucking TV. Look, we always bring it out, like the brother you just mentioned, 5G, but you got Wi-Fi as well. Everybody here is carrying some form of device that's been able to pick up some form of Wi-Fi. All these are different waves that we can't see. And it's fucking frying our brains right now, man. You go to sleep with your phone by you. You got these LED lights that you go to sleep with your clock. All that emits a certain light that fries your fucking brain, man. All right? Keep going.
Nor the kingdom of death upon the earth.
Right? Keep going.
For righteousness is immortal.
Right?
But ungodly men with their works and words caught into them. For when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to not.
Yeah, when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed it not. Meaning righteousness, man. Because righteousness is allotted to specific men. Okay? Keep going.
And made a covenant with it, because they are worthy to take part with it.
Right, and that's talking about the death part, man. They're worthy to take part of it, man. And that's also talking about the righteousness as well. All right? Through the Yahushua, through the blood of Yahushua, we're the men of the Lord are worthy. Okay? The men of the Lord are worthy to marry into righteousness, man. All right? That's the synchronization, if you will, man. We're synced in with righteousness, man. All right? That's why the scriptures even tell you, man. Go to Romans 2 and 14 real quick, then bring your precept. In the coming, you get that. Romans 2 and 14.
This is Romans chapter 2 and verse 14. It says, for when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves.
Right, keep going.
Which shew the work of the law written in their hearts.
Right, that's right, man. Okay, because the word of the Lord is already in us, man. And some things we do by nature. There's a lot of things that brothers did by nature prior even to coming into the truth. Like me and several brothers on different conversations talked about how, hey man, a lot of brothers, man, we wasn't grimy in the world. We wasn't known to be being grimy in the world. The niggas in the world will tell you like, nah, he ain't grimy. He won't cross you. Or shit like that, do some grimy shit to you. Not saying that the Lord can't make someone that was grimy and come into the truth or repent and fly straight and narrow. But a lot of times, brothers that were before we taste of the heavenly gift, all right, we was already reaching for it. Some things we did by nature, all right, because we were already ordained for that marriage, man. All right. That's a little more on that, or
Yes, that was
all right. Bring your piece up here.
Okay, this is Romans 10 verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah, not according to knowledge, man. And you know what the word knowledge is there? It's epignosis in the Greek, which means basically the perfect understanding, the foreknowledge of the Heavenly Father. All right? The 100% truth so you can understand. Okay? But you got Jacob, even that thorn garments, all right? They got fringes and border of blue. They changed their name to Hebrew names, all right? They keep the Passover, all right? They keep different high holy days. They act as Israelites, but they still don't have that epignosis. Why? Essentially because it wasn't ordained, man. All right? You weren't sanctioned to keep righteousness, man. And a lot of the people that I'm talking about think that righteousness is going to come by way of the law. Okay? Who don't, they should basically shun faith. All right? You got more? Is it? Fine. All right?
And like I said real quick, you know, most of the people you're talking about, they be the main hypocrites. They're not keeping the law themselves.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And it was always like that, man. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, they were always the ones bragging about keeping the law, but they were the biggest hypocrites, man. That's why the scriptures tell you, let's get that. Titus 1:10. All right? Matter of fact, who just read Romans 10? Yeah, keep going on that.
Romans 10 verse 3.
Lo Yahudi, Ben Isu. Okay, go ahead.
Romans 10 verse 3. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own
Yeah,
righteousness.
being ignorant about righteousness, man. Meaning what? Not knowing the opposition of knowing, man. Okay? What? Going about to establish their own righteousness, man. All right? Go ahead.
God, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yeah, they have not submitted themselves, man. Because this is total submission. This is our reasonable service, man. To what? To totally submit our lives unto this word, man. All right? Because it's not about you and your selfish ass, man. We all have one way, shape, or another. But when you have that total submission, all right, you understand it's not just about you. It's about the flock, all right? It's about Yahweh Shai. It's about the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on down to the flock, man. The men, women, and children that are slated to be delivered in these last days. That's what this thing is for. That's why we come out here and teach this word. That's why we make the sacrifices in our daily lives and what we do. All right? So the Lord's sacrifice, if you will, is still around. Okay?
If I can say real quick too, that's why Paul called himself a servant to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because he understood that he was subject unto doing the will of the Most High, right? And that's why he also said what? He said,
prisoner?
He said, called him a prisoner, and he also me if I preach not the gospel, for necessity is laid upon me.
Yeah,
so we knew we had a job to do.
Your necessity is laid upon you, man.
Yeah, he had to do it.
That's right. That's right. And remember what and there's blood, sweat, and tears in them letters, man. And them letters are still unto this day so we can read them. All right, and that's why I always preach that what? Having an understanding of the scriptures is a royal thing. In the ancient world, man, like when you watch that show, The Last Kingdom, I stopped watching it after the first season, but when the main king, towards the end, he had scrolls all over the place. He was the king. You know? The scriptures say if you desire acceptance and wisdom, right? Cleave unto wisdom. And what's the wisdom? The scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures. That's what makes you a king. And your brother, oh, Shalom, Malak. You know, I'm a king, brother, I'm a king. What makes you a king? Understanding the scriptures. All right? Yeah, knowing, that's right, knowing judgment, because that's what a king's job was. He was the last judge. All right? You had the princes, you had the different nobles, right? And they would bring certain accusations, and a lot of times when they would bring those accusations up, remember, there was hangings and lynchings before everybody. Even the king would come out to see the hanging and the lynching, and he would hear what the judgment would be. For instance, Pilate, remember, you had the Pharisees, top scribes and all of them, they had to bring the judgment of Yahweh Shai before Pilate, before they could kill him. That's how things went down, man, because essentially Pilate was basically the king. Why? Because what did they say? We have no king but Caesar. And Pilate was in the stead of Caesar, who sat in Rome. All right? And Pilate was a wise king, because he said, I find no gall in this man's mouth. He was on point, you know? All right, keep going up. Whatever brothers got, you know? Titus 1:10, yo.
This is Titus 1 and 10. But there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Yeah, for that money, man, for that dope bread, man. I heard, man. Yo, man. It's all good, man. You guys, this is your day, man. You know, I'm talking about these other Israelite camps, man. And these different people, man. This is your day, man. This is your time to shine, man. You guys set up GoFundMe's and, you know, monetize your videos and commercials and all this crazy shit, man. It's your day, man. You have your shine, man. You know? Hey, but the true men of the Lord, what did I mention just a second ago? The true men of the Lord understand what? Sacrifice, man.
They sacrifice for uncertain riches, man.
Yeah.
And the GoFundMe pages, that only goes but so far, man. You know, the merchandise and all of that, man.
Proverbs 11 and 1.
The Israelite starter kits and shit.
Yeah, man. You gotta pay for it. You know, and you know all these people we talk about, you know what their doctrine suits, you know what their doctrine is suitable to? Women. And these women got the jobs. These women got the benefits. And they're the ones lighting up your GoFundMe's, man. And Jacob, you remember even Tupac said that shit, man. That's why his marketing and his music was towards women. Why? Because he knew women would buy albums. Niggas will buy the album and bootleg the shit and sell it for themselves. You know? Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, yup. Yup. Yeah, yup, 11 and 1, yup.
Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Right, just weight is dealing with, first it's talking about money, right? Which this truth is money. And when you bring out this truth, you have to be just in bringing it out. Because you could bring out the truth and be unjust as well. Okay? Deal wrongly by your brother, use the scriptures and try to weigh down more in his spirit. All right? Keep going.
Verse 2, when pride cometh, then cometh shame.
Right?
But with the lowly is wisdom.
Yeah, with the lowly is wisdom, man. All right, keep going.
The integrity of the upright shall guide them.
Yeah, the integrity of the upright. What is the integrity? And when you're whole, right? Now, when you're whole, you know a place where you have to come back to start all over. A man that doesn't have integrity is not whole, which he doesn't know how to fill in the gaps. He doesn't know where to go back to, where to start from, to come back over and start all over to regain himself. All right, so keep going.
It says, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them.
Yeah, the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Meaning what? A transgressor or someone that's perverse, which the word perverse means crooked, right? When you deal crooked, you don't know where to go back to. It's all about having a foundation and being steadfast, all right? That's why you have to establish yourself and be grounded in the truth, mainly starting with the milk, which is the foundation of your faith. And when you have that foundation, all right, you have something to go back to and build up off of again. Okay? So basically, your house could get knocked down, but again, the scriptures tell you build your house on what? On that rock. When the winds and everything beat, yeah, you might lose the roof, your windows might break, you know?
Shingles come off.
The shingles might come off, but guess what? Because you're on that rock, you can always keep building. All right, so keep going.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Yeah, riches ain't gonna profit you niggas in the last days, man. Because that's what's coming in the last days. Straight up all holy hell, man. The wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the fierce anger, the indignation, payback, recompense. Okay? Just do, man. All right? Keep going.
It says, but righteousness delivereth from death.
Well, righteousness delivered from death. Having faith in these scriptures, man. All right? Dealing right by the brotherhood, man. Remember the scripture says what? That, what it said in Tobit, right? It also said it in 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter. What is it? Alms delivered from death, man. Go ahead.
Tobit 12 verse 9. For alms doth deliver from death.
Yeah, because remember what was Tobit doing during that time? Remember, it was a decree by the Ninevites not to help out the poor. But Tobit was a man of well estate, right? But he would sneak and go feed the poor, right? So what? So what? He basically was sowing so that he would be able to reap in a time of judgment. Remember, he got to see the downfall of the Ninevites. Okay? Keep going.
And shall purge away all sin.
It shall purge away all sins, man. Okay, so that's a part of establishing a foundation. Flat out just being a brother. All right? Being a good neighbor, if you will, man. All right? Keep going.
Those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life.
Yeah, shall be filled with life. Meaning the Most High going to look out for you, man. All right? And what is life? Life is the light. We are in darkness, right? So when you did those good things in the eyes of the Lord, He's always going to have that way for you to have a path for you to get through the darkness, regardless of the circumstances that come your way. All right? And that's what we need in these last days. That's why we're supposed to be constantly, doing what's necessary to build up the body. So the Lord in these last days, right, when no one else is around, ain't nobody to shine in front of, it's just you and Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and He make that way for you in the last days for you to escape any sin or any destruction. That's in matter of fact, why I get that out, Robert Bashar, you know it. Making the way, Most High always making the way. And I think it's in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, Oh, at the beginning. 3rd, 4th verse, if I'm not mistaken. Yup.
Sirach 12 verse 10. But they that sin are enemies to their own life.
Right.
Surely I will keep close nothing from you. For I said, it was good to keep close the secret of a king, but that it's honorable to reveal the works of the Most High.
Yeah, it's honorable to reveal the works of the Most High. This is an honorable service that we're doing. All right? This is what's going to bring us to a kingdom. When I say bring us to a kingdom, meaning you yourself going to have your own establishment. All right? And hence, mind you, let me tell you so-called Negro something, all right? You want to walk around call yourself kings? All right? You got to get in your mind. You were able to have more than one woman, man. All right? And I go for these women too. They want to walk around call, oh, my black king, my black king. Well, can I have more than one woman? Because kings have more than one woman. All right? So you ain't talking no kingdom unless you're talking more than one woman, man. Flat out, man. And that's the spirit that goes against this world. And everybody want to be a king till you start mentioning stuff that's going to ruffle these women's feathers, man. Hey, man, I won't tell a nigga the truth. If I out here speak up against the black woman, we can't talk about no truth, man. Flat out, man. All right? That's where it ain't enough for nothing. That's what separates Great Millstone from everybody else. Mainly coming down on that so-called black woman. On that nigga woman, man. She ain't shit. She need to get her shit in order. All she do is run her mouth. Foolish woman is clamorous. She's foolish and knoweth nothing. They simple and knoweth nothing. All right? Where the scriptures tell you that a woman that's always in contention is like a drop of a bucket. You try to go to sleep and you just hear the fucking voice.
It's like continual rain.
Yeah, continual rain.
Yep.
That's what the scripture says.
Yeah. But is that too?
Too?
Or it's like a man climbing up a sandy way.
Yeah.
That's a contentious woman.
Right, and exactly, and that's what we have, man. Yep. And we're climbing up a sandy way right now, man.
Yeah.
And we trying to get up to the mountaintop, baby. All right? But all that's a spirit again, man. All right? That's a certain spirit a man has to have. You want to be a king? You need to have it in your mind. That should be in your mind. All right? That one day I'm gonna sit on thrones. I'm gonna guide the earth. We're going to establish righteousness on earth. Right? You're going to have servants. You're going to have handmaids. You're going to have bed wenches.
We're looking for Isaiah 4:1.
Yeah.
That's one of the main prophecies concerning the women. All right, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Yeah.
Saying we will wear our own apparel. We will make our own food, so to speak. Just roughly paraphrasing. Because in that day, the women ain't gonna have no power, man. All right, they ain't gonna have no choice but to get with a man of Yahweh who has the power from on high, man. You respect that, man.
Yeah. Respect that.
Respect. Hey, I got Sirach 2:1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. You know, you got to deal with the Lord in the straight gate, all right, so that you can be Lord's will. If Yahweh Shem Yahushua have mercy, all right. I'll keep on reading. Looking for
Go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Come. It said, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Right.
Hey, because we're gonna be changed to a lower state. We gotta be patient. Anyway, the word patience means to suffer. Like the brother said last video, a couple videos ago, we said every video. This truth is about suffering, man. All right. We suffer now so we can get the rewards later, man.
Yeah.
All right. So that hey, and then we ain't gonna have to worry about suffering no more, man. But right now it's a time to suffer for Yahweh Shem Yahushua's sake. Hey, look at what Paul did. Look at what Yahushua did. Look at what the apostles did. All right, they suffered. All right, so that we can have this now. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Hey, you don't think for what the apostles and Yahweh Shem Yahushua, what they did back then that we're reading about now, you should have all the more faith, man. The acts that those men did to lay the foundation for what we have now, all right? You should, hey man, that should increase your faith, man, because you know that there's a reward. These men have an everlasting name, man.
Yeah.
All right, and we're reading of their stories and we're applying them to what's about to come now, man. You know? That's why we got to be patient, man. Those men were patient. All right, it's a scripture in Timothy's, I believe. Paul said he patterned himself after Yahushua, man. And we should be in that same type of spirit, man. You know?
Yeah. Yep, because those men were great examples and patterned themselves after Yahushua. Read that. You got it, 1 Corinthians 10. Come on. And do you get the other scripture I said? What's the other one I said? I just said it. Yeah, but there's another one I just quoted. Yeah, Matthew, another brother did that. Matthew 19 towards the end. 10, yeah,
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to men. But the Most High is not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with temptation also make a way to escape.
Yeah, the Most High always is going to make a way for you to escape. That's the point I wanted, man. You know? You can never, because if you believe in the scriptures, you can never find yourself necessarily in a clusterfuck, if you will. Like, oh my God, what should I do? I don't know what to do. If you find yourself in that type of mindset, then you don't have foundation. All right? You should always know what to do. Go back to the beginning, man. Go back to what got you in the well, go back to what you were doing and how you were doing when you first came into the truth. All right? You can't lose that way. You know? And you know what? Because you know what that does? It humbles you.
Yeah.
You know? Because you find yourself in a mindset where, that's what something I used to do. I don't need to do that no more. When you go back into that, you humble yourself, saying, nah, let me slow my roll. You know, let me put myself back in the gear. All right? Keep going on that. A little more.
Yeah, this is verse 13. It says, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with temptation also make a way to escape.
Right?
That ye may be able to bear it.
Yeah, you be able to bear it, man. Remember, Yahushua, he said, cast ye your burdens upon me. Essentially, Yahushua, he told the disciples, he said, basically, all your hell put on me. I mean, go to the scripture says what? If the Most High be for us, who could be against us? All right? Who shall lay a charge to the very elect? We have Yahweh Shai on our side, man. That's just like in the movie Troy. The Greeks, right? Yeah, the Greeks. They always knew they was going to win a battle. Why? Because they had Achilles. You know? They say, yo, no matter where we go, we're going to win our war because Achilles is going to slay whatever mighty man is on the other side. And that's the same thing, the same mindset we have with Yahweh Shai when we fight these spiritual battles. Remember the scripture says what? It says the faith, weapons of our warfare is not carnal, but it also goes into what? Put on the whole armor of the Lord. But it said what? Put on having a shield of faith, right? But remember the other one was what? The sword was what? Which is the word. Who's the word? Yahweh Shai. That's how you bat off the fucking demons. You call upon the name of Yahweh Shai. Ask him to guide you. Send forth the Holy Spirit. So you could, because essentially what America is with this life that we're in, it's basically, you know, remember back in the day, you know, you had those puzzles where you go a certain way, you draw a line, and you try to get to the end, but you run into certain walls. We're basically doing that right now, but those walls are basically demons trying to get you to, because what'll happen is you'll run into a wall that you can't go no more, you know? But with Yahweh Shai, we got mercy, we can go back, go around, get around that shit, so we can get to the end goal. That's why Paul said, put on there as the elect. He said, not as one that beat up the air. Meaning what? You in this thing for no reason. Meaning what? That you don't have a victor. The victory is already won. The Lord is just telling us to lean upon the victor. All right? Because in another dimension, Yahweh Shai already destroyed this place, man. Yeah. We sitting on thrones already, man. You know? Chariots came. You know? America's destroyed.
The top heads, man, they had that look on their face.
Yeah, man.
Like, oh, man, what are we going to do?
Wickedness is subsided. It's buried. Immortality is on the earth, man. And we're a representation of that, man. Oh, what does the scripture say, man? The kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation. Why? Because where's the kingdom of heaven? It's within you. All right? We already tell you what's already happening, man. All right? Go ahead.
2 Ezra 2 verse 13. Go and you shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be short. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
Yeah, watch. That's what we saying. Don't believe me, just watch. You know? We watch it, man. And every time we see different prophecies, that's see. We're basically, when we do the videos, especially when we bring out prophecy, it's that big eye told. See. You know? Like the fucking Russian opera. That whole opera, you know, that whole song that they were singing. It was see.
38.
Yup. Up in your fucking face.
Yep. Having this lawyer blackout too.
Yeah, yup.
That was just a test of what's about to come. That's all they doing.
Right. Which, yeah, that's right, man. Because it's the same thing, the Most High story, it's the same thing over and over. That's how we know it's already happening. Go back during the time of the besiege of Samaria. That was the northern kingdom getting jacked the fuck up first. Yeah. And then what happened? The Most High jacked up. He then jacked up the southern kingdom, which the southern kingdom mainly represents here in America. So the Most High starting over there in South America. Remember you had Honduras, the Hondurians, in the caravan trying to get to America, right? You got Trump creating a border, right? So the northern kingdom is basically getting jacked up. Remember you had the water
going on in Brazil too.
Right, Brazil, that's right. But also too, we got with Gad with the water, the pipeline and everything. Everything that went right up under. So the northern kingdom was basically getting jacked up. Oh, remember the hurricane in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
You know, Puerto Rico still get jacked up. And Puerto Rico, see? So all the things, see, the northern kingdom is getting jacked up. And that's how the Most High does things, man. He jacks up the northern kingdom first, because they simple as hell. They're giving unto idols. But then you got holier than thou, Judah, right? Which they acting like, you know, everything is all peaches and cream. But the Most High said what? He said he's gonna get Judah too. All right, that's in Jeremiah, man. I believe it's the 33rd chapter, man. You know? Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide.
Yeah.
Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is grown, and truth is sprung up.
Yeah, that's how you know that the nuclear destruction is coming, man. Because now we at the epitome of corruption, man. All right? The wickedness being spread up. That's how you know that the destruction is coming, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, because wickedness is too high, man.
Corruption.
Yep.
All these institutions, they just brought it out that you got people in high places that have money, basically paying off different institutions like Yale and all of this for grades so their children can make, go to these prestige colleges, man.
Yeah.
So all these institutions, from the banking industry to the educational industry, all right, to the government, it's all corrupt, man. Pharmaceutical, it's all corrupt, man.
And it's an intemperance, which means unbalanced. And check this out, Paylesses, they through. But they sales, somebody said that they sales, because when somebody's going out of business, like everything is basically going for cheap. They said the sales of Payless is worse than prior. The fuck is that? Because it's all a fucking game. It's imbalance, man. All right, so bring that Matthew 19 towards the end. When remember Peter asked, said, we have given up all.
Yeah. Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive in 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Yeah, that day of Ananias and Sapphira, that day is coming back too. Because it said they that forsake lands, and which is all of that represents a sacrifice. Yahushua said, you're going to receive that 100-fold. Right? Just like Job. You read Job, he lost everything. Remember at the end, what happened? He got back what? Double. Everything that he lost, he got back double. Now, also too, you're going to have certain situations where you have these people that didn't want to sacrifice. They're gonna be dropping dead, man. That judgment gonna be real. It's gonna be like 3 deep, man.
In your face, intense.
It's gonna be intense, man.
No timeout button.
Nah.
No replay.
Nah. No pause.
And the Lord said He's gonna start at the sanctuary
Commercial
first,
break.
Man. Yeah, no commercial break. Yup. Yeah, in the movies they got commercial break.
Yeah.
You can take a deep breath and calm down. Nah, it's gonna be
no red flag. You can replay the, challenge the call.
Yep. It's gonna be one thing after another, after another, after another, until the nuclear missiles come and finish this place up, man.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord said, Babylon have been a golden cup in my hand, because He saved what He wants for His indignation for last, man.
Because you live deliciously, man. Brother got something else? Yep.
First Matthew 19 and 30. For many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Yeah, because a lot of these people out here, and I'll never forget, me and another brother was talking a while back, right? And I want to speak to him more recently. We was talking about that, man. How that scripture, essentially, when we read it, a lot of times we talk about how really, because that's Amalek. Remember, the scripture says Amalek is the first of the nations, right? Amalek is the first right now, and they're going to be last, right? They're going to be the first ones to go into slavery. But that's essentially talking about, you got basically Israelites that are in the forefront that are getting all the glory, man. For instance, as Nate, doing CGI videos talking about him parting the seas and, you know, him being the man getting the glory. Because right now he's considered the first. You know what proves that? Because Joy Morgan died. She was affiliated with IUIC, right? And everybody came as a helping hand. All the other Israelite fractions came as a helping hand. Let Joy Morgan been an affiliate of GMS.
You wouldn't even have to hear the whole story.
No.
It could have been an accident.
Worse than stuff.
Yeah.
See, I told you stay away from state.
Calling for
Why? You
investigation.
know why? Because GMS is considered the last right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, with faith-based
Well,
and all that.
The Lord has always exalted the lowly, man.
Right.
So it's no different. You can have that shine, man.
Yeah.
You know? I hope IUIC prosperity. We wish
Yeah, well, we wish nothing but prosperity
in this time right now.
Good tidings. You know, good tidings and prosperity unto you. Because the scripture, let's close off on that. What's that? Luke the 6th chapter. Woe unto you, or men shall speak well of you. All right? But that's what's happening, man. All those that are being spoken well of, those are the ones that are going to get that main judgment before everybody else. If you know where it's at, brother, get it.
And
Yeah, that too.
And when that fear come upon your congregation, man, what you gonna tell them, man? When the Lord starts bringing judgment, it's soon in 1 Peter 4:17, man.
That's right, man.
Luke 6:26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Yeah, that's it. That's plain and simple, man. That's prevalent. That's evident in your face.
Well, the scripture say the things that were written before time were written for our learning. You didn't learn that? You know?
Right. Yeah, we'll close off on that weekday. You know, brothers got work the next day and shit like that. You know, but basically, you know, Lord's will, brothers edify, call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Labaquarium. Peace to the elect. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.